Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick review of the ES-100. This is basically the nose, electronic nose. I made a previous video about it because I read some articles that said that this device had the ability to detect if you have any type of body odor. And how it works is you turn it on like this. It beeps. And then it says waiting, and then at a certain point it says start, and then you hold it in some area, whatever area that you think is gonna have emitting body odor for 10 seconds, and it'll give you a rating. All right, it says start right here, and I'm gonna put it underneath my arm, and it gives you a rating from 1 to 10 on how severe it is, 10 being the worst, right? And I got a 0. And this is the first, or the main problem I have with the Tanita. So the first time I ever used Tanita, or the earlier parts where I used Tanita, I actually got like a rating. I got a rating more than 0 or more than 1, and it was like a 4. But the thing is, the way I had to do it was I had to actually exercise and work up a sweat, and then I got a rating of like a 4 or a 5. So it made me feel like, okay, it's working. But as I continued to use it throughout the week, it didn't give me that score anymore. And I actually filmed myself several times after working out, working up a sweat, and I filmed myself detecting my back, putting it on my back, putting it under my underarms, even putting it on my groin, you know what I'm saying? And it will always come back 0. So when I got those results, it made me think to myself, oh, maybe I just don't smell bad. Maybe I don't smell bad at all. However, when I go back to work, I get a different reaction. I get a different reaction from people. So the major problem with the Tanita ES-100 is the fact that it doesn't really detect anything. You always get a 0. Matter of fact, I have a story where I was wearing Loom. And for some reason that deodorant is giving me some type of sour smell under my arms when I start to sweat. And not only that, I did smell like some must underneath my arms. And I was really curious of using the Tanita to detect if it somewhat detects the odor, but for some reason it did not. Even though I could I could actually smell the must from my underarms because it was after work and I was sweating under my arms. For some reason the Tanita couldn't, or the ES-100 could not detect it at all. So apparently, like, this gadget is supposed to detect gas odors and stuff like that, but it's not doing a good job. Another thing I have a problem with this thing is it's $85. That's another thing that's a negative con to it. Another thing about it is the fact that it's so simple. It's so simple to the point that it's not good for a user. For example, in order to turn it on, the only thing you can do is this, and it makes make a beeping sound, and then it's gonna have like a waiting sound, and you have to wait for a couple of seconds. And then it'll make another beeping sound where it says start. And then it'll start trying to detect your odor. You're supposed to hold it in for 10 seconds. And then after that, it will give you your score. That second beeping sound is a start. So you're supposed to put it underneath your arms or put it under any type of body odor area that you think is emitting an odor. And then it gives me basically 1, meaning clean. Even though I do smell a little, it's not really musty, but it's not pleasant, right? So it doesn't really do its job, even if we're talking about must. And since we have metabolic body odor, where it's this unusual body odor, I don't think it can even pick that shit up, let alone like body odor that it's supposed to pick up. The must, I'm assuming it's supposed to pick up musty odor, because that's like the common odor that is emits from people, and it can't even do that correctly. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do feel like it has potential because of the fact that if people keep working on it and maybe, I don't know, get better at detecting these gases. I know with people at PATM, it would be if somehow they got together PATM sufferers and the company started to research these things and figure out what type of gases are emitting from your body, this would be great. It'd be great if it actually, there was like an ES-101 or ES-102, and they actually track the different types of odors that are going to be emitted from people with these metabolic conditions. But it's not on that. It doesn't do anything like that. In addition to that, they're in Japan, so it's not like I just, write to them and say, hey, this would be a cool idea if you did this and fixed your shit, you know what I mean? Fix your device so you can actually detect odor and then make it even more usable for people with metabolic conditions. No, they're not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to connect with them like that. But I just wanted to share this because I know I made a big deal about it. I made 2 videos. One video describing this article or showing the article talking about this device. Second video about purchasing this device. And now the third video is complete where I review it. If I had to give it a 5, I'm gonna give it like a 5 stars, like a 1 through 5, like in terms of stars. If I had to give it 1 through 5, I will give this motherfucker a 1. I give it a 1 star because it cannot even fucking pick up musty odor, which I would think is the primary odor primary thing that the device is supposed to pick up, right? Oh yeah, I wanted to say this one more thing. I actually forgot to say this. So, like I was saying earlier, the device is so simple. Another flaw about this device is that it's so simple. Maybe there's certain times where I want to just restart or I want to reset it immediately and measure another part. But the thing is, it's impossible to do because it takes so long to just gather one scent. Because first thing, you have to open it up and then it'll take like 10 seconds to load, and then it takes 10 seconds to do the waiting sign, and then once it gets into the start menu where you're supposed to actually put it underneath whatever body part to check the odor intensity, that takes another 10 seconds. So just for checking one body part, it takes 30 seconds. And then after that, it automatically just closes down. It automatically just shuts off. It's not like, oh yeah, I can retake it again. That's another thing about it. So there's 3 flaws. First thing, the price. Secondly, it's not doing its job. And third thing, there's no button I can use to turn it on or reset it or to save. I don't know, maybe I want to save the intensity of the odor. Maybe it'd be cool if you can save I don't know, you can type in something that says, oh, this was armpit, and save the intensity, and I'll have the date when it was at this level or something like that. That would be fucking cool. That is worth $85. But this right here, by itself, the simplicity and the ineffectiveness by itself is not worth $85. I had to make this review because I had to send it back before July 15th. So that's it. I didn't want to make it 8 minutes long. Salute!